On the midnight of February 28, 2026, amid the waves of the Arabian Sea and the Eastern Mediterranean Sea, two massive floating cities, USS Abraham Lincoln and the new most powerful USS Gerald R. Ford aircraft carrier, had silently taken their positions. In Washington's war room, the general spoke into the microphone, and his encrypted voice echoed directly inside USS Ford in the Mediterranean. "Commander, this is the moment. Operation Epic Fury has begun. Is there any hesitation on the Israeli side?" Keeping his eyes on the radar, the commander replied, "Negative, sir. Israeli jets are in the air. Operation Roar the Lion is greenlit. This was not an ordinary military strike. It was a preemptive strike. A surgical yet devastating assault whose final target was not a military base, but Iran's nerve center. The highly secured bunkers on Tehran's University Street, Jamhuri District, and Pasteur Street. Iran is not an open field where one can simply enter and leave easily. It is a fortress surrounded by mountains, deserts, and some of the world's most advanced air defense systems. The distance from Israel to central Iran was approximately 930 to 1,240 miles. For a jet to reach there, it would have to pass through the hostile airspaces of Jordan, Syria, and Iraq. The biggest threat before the Israeli Defense Forces and the U.S. military was this: Iran's strong air defense network. The Russian-supplied S-300 and S-400 batteries, along with their own Bavar 373 system, which could shoot down even a bird flying in the sky at any moment. Inside Tel Aviv's underground command center, an Israeli Air Force commander said, "If we go in directly, we will become easy targets. Their radar may detect our F-35s late, but they will turn our refueling tankers into fireballs in the sky." The American officer present there smiled. "We won't go in directly, my friend. First, we will blind them. We will show them only what we want them to see." And from there began the biggest mind game of this century, a strategy known in military language as time on target. A submarine was launching missiles from beneath the Arabian Sea. A stealth bomber was taking off near Jordan. A destroyer ship was firing cruise missiles from the Persian Gulf, while Israeli F-35 jets were crossing Iraq. Every weapon was moving at a different speed. Each was covering a different distance. But all calculations had been made so precisely that the American cruise missiles and the Israeli jets' guided bombs struck Karaj, Qom, Kermanshah, and Isfahan at the exact same second. Not even a second late. "Sink the clocks," ordered the American admiral. After that, the vertical launch systems of Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, like USS Thomas Hudner, opened up. Flames rose into the sky, and dozens of Tomahawk land attack missiles began gliding through the air at subsonic speed. These missiles were flying so close to the ground that they remained hidden below the radar horizon. As the missiles and jets neared the border, an Iranian operator at an underground radar installation in Tehran was left stunned. Suddenly, not one or two, but hundreds of dots began flashing on his screen. "Commander, sir," the operator shouted, sweat pouring down his forehead. "Unidentified targets. More than 100 jets are heading straight toward Tehran. This is an attack. Lock onto them. Fire everything. Bring the power systems online immediately." But they didn't know they were shooting arrows into the air blindly. U.S. forces had fed false data through space satellites and electronic warfare planes. Hundreds of jets they were seeing on the screen were not real fighter aircraft at all. They were small decoy drones. They appeared on radar like a large F-15 or F-16 squadron. The moment Iranian air defenses activated their systems and fired missiles at those decoys, they revealed their own positions. The hunter had now become the hunted. From the sky came fifth-generation stealth fighters, American and Israeli F-35s and F-22 Raptors, which had remained completely invisible until then. They fired their anti-radiation missiles. In the very next moment, the entire Iranian air defense network had been brutally destroyed. This attack had been designed in 3 separate waves, with such precision that the world would be left watching in awe. First, the surface-to-air missile sites and radar installations around Ilam, Khuzestan, and Tehran were reduced to ashes. Tomahawk missiles destroyed the S-300 and S-400 batteries to clear a safe path for the incoming pilots. Now entered the bomb trucks. F-15E Strike Eagles launched from bases in the UAE and Jordan and tore through the skies. As the aircraft's radar detected mobile missile convoys hidden between the hills, Precision bombs began falling like rain. Kermanshah's launch sites had turned into smoke before they could even become active. Fox 3, target destroyed. An American pilot said over the radio as their jets returned mid-air to the tanker planes. Now it was time for the most dangerous weapon. The U.S. Air Force's Silver Bullets, the B-2 Spirit stealth bombers. Their targets were deep underground nuclear facilities, and amid all this, a new jet was launching from the Arabian Sea every 30 seconds. E-2 Hawkeye aircraft were circling in the air, managing the traffic of these hundreds of jets. The sky was filled with ash. Only the sound of sirens echoed through the streets of Tehran and Isfahan. The commander standing on USS Ford received a message. Pasteur Street compound completely destroyed. Target is neutralized. A wave of celebration spread through the command center. They had achieved what was considered impossible. But the biggest and official confirmation came on the morning of March 1st. Iranian state TV's regular broadcast suddenly stopped. Quranic verses began appearing on the screen, and a news anchor with deep sorrow on his face appeared. He delivered the news that shook the entire world. Iran's supreme leader has been martyred. The news was confirmed. 86-year-old Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, who had ruled Iran with a firm grip for nearly 37 years. He had been killed in his office compound. As soon as Khamenei's death was confirmed, Iran unleashed its most terrifying weapons in revenge. Iran had no shortage of weapons. Its air defense had indeed been shattered, but its thousands of drones and long-range ballistic missiles were still in place. Operation Truthful Promise was launched. The entire Middle East had become an open war zone. Iran's ballistic missiles targeted not only Israel, but also America's regional allies. Missiles struck Al Dhafra Air Base in the UAE. The U.S. Navy headquarters in Bahrain was directly targeted. Fireballs were exploding in the skies over Qatar and Kuwait, and their airspaces were completely shut down. If we look toward Israel, the situation was even more serious. Friends, if you liked the video, do like it, and subscribe to our channel to watch more such videos.